We want justice! Justice! We demand justice!
The Wrath of Mama Zawadi, a market tale from Kijana Plains. Listen well, for this is not just a story. It is a warning carried by the wind of the savannah. In the heart of Kijana Plains, where red dust kissed the morning sun and the drums of life beat loud in the village market, lived an elderly woman named Mama Zawadi. Every dawn she walked barefoot to the market, balancing a woven basket of fresh fish on her head. This was how she survived. This was how she prayed. Mama Zawadi had raised 2 daughters alone, Amani and Sefu, strong as the baobab tree and sharp as the eagle's eye. They now served far from home as elite border officers, protecting the land from unseen dangers. For weeks they had been on a secret mission. Mama Zawadi missed them deeply, but she never complained. A mother's heart is made of silence. That morning, fate arrived on 2 wheels. A motorcycle roared into the market like a wild hyena. The rider was Inspector Kato, a man feared more than drought. Without a word, he kicked Mama Zawadi's basket. Fish scattered across the dirt. The stench rose with her humiliation. Kato shouted so all could hear, "Is this your husband's land? Who told you to sit here? Move before I teach you respect." The crowd froze. No elder spoke, no youth stepped forward. Fear sealed their mouths. But among them stood a young man named Jabari, known across the villages for telling the truth through his small glowing phone. Quietly, he recorded everything: the kick, the insults, the bowed head of an old mother. Before leaving, Kato spat his final threat. "If I see you here again, I'll drag you to the station like a criminal." Then he vanished in dust. That night, Jabari shared the video with the world. By sunrise, the story burned like wildfire. People from distant lands watched in anger and shame. Even the wind carried the news to a remote military camp near the desert, near the border. There, Amani saw the video. Her hands trembled. "That is our mother," she whispered, her voice cracking like dry earth. Sefu's eyes filled with fire. "They broke her dignity. This is no longer duty. This is blood." With special permission, the sisters returned. Back in Kijana Plains, Mama Zawadi sat alone in her mud hut, unaware of the storm she had awakened. When Jabari showed her the newspaper bearing her face, she collapsed in fear. "You have called death to my door," she cried. But Jabari knelt and said, "Mother, the truth is louder than fear." Just then, a jeep rolled in. 2 uniformed women stepped out. "Mama." The old woman looked up, and the world stopped. Her daughters. Tears flowed like rain after famine. Sefu held her tightly and whispered, "Why did you carry this pain alone?" Mama Zawadi replied softly, "A mother protects her children by staying silent." Sefu stood, her voice now steel. "Then today, silence ends." The next morning, the village gathered beneath the ancient fig tree, the place of judgment. Inspector Kato arrived, laughing. "What foolish gathering is this?" he sneered. Amani stepped forward. "You disgraced a mother. You abused your power, and the land itself has witnessed." The video was played. The people roared. Elders struck the ground with their staffs. Kato tried to boast of his connections, but it was too late. In one swift movement, the sisters disarmed him and locked iron on his wrists. The crowd erupted.
Justice!
"These are daughters
Justice!
of honor.
We
These
demand
are guardians
justice!"
of mothers." As Kato stood humiliated where he once ruled with fear, Mama Zawadi watched, tears shining like morning dew. Her dignity was restored, and the land remembered.
A nation that protects its mothers will never fall, and power without compassion always meets justice.